obviously this is a busy intersection here. I mean, this is a big impact given that there's that much water, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime something like this happens at this time of day, it's going to have a severe impact on the afternoon commute. As the night goes on, we expect the temperature to drop down low, so we're getting ready for icing conditions. We have DPW coming out. They'll be on standby with Sanders throughout the evenings. I don't think we're going to get the inbound side of Columbus Ave back, the outbound side, the lane that we're in. That should be passable within several hours, I think. But we're going to put some sand down, salt, just to make sure that we don't have additional accidents in the area.
And what would you estimate the diameter of that pipe one more time?
From what Water and Sewer reported to me, it was 36 inches or greater.
Wow.
So that's a large pipe.
That's a large pipe. And so does that make it more, I know this isn't your area of expertise, it's theirs, but does that make it more difficult to turn off, do you know?
There's a potential. This is an old city. The infrastructure's old. They're constantly upgrading and repairing it, but things that sit in the ground for long periods of time don't always work the way we want them to. So there is some question of when they go to close those gates, if they're going to actually be able to hold back that volume of water, if there'll be some pass by. As you can see, it's coming out of the street still pretty good. Firefighters have been clearing the catch drains throughout the afternoon. That was kind of difficult to actually find where those drains were and reach down there with tools to clear them. It's a difficult time of year. Obviously, the street sweepers aren't out as often, so the trash and the litter clogs those drains up, and that's what allowed the water to get up so high so fast.
As far as the cars that are over there, do you anticipate, I mean, one of them's clearly kind of sinking in. I mean, you have to wait till the water comes down
Yes.
in order to get them out?
So the Black Explorer that's over there, we've been monitoring the situation with that. I don't feel comfortable letting the operator go in and move it himself. So we're coming up with an alternative plan. We might have it towed out or use one of our pieces of fire equipment to winch it off where it is. From what Water and Sewer tells me, they don't want to dig into the street with the car at that angle.
Chief, from your understanding from the Water and Sewer folks, have they turned off the water and this is just the remaining water draining out?
They've closed several valves and they're continuing to close more. Obviously, a pipe this large is fed in more than one direction, so it's a 360 process getting all the valves around the break.
So did they tell you how long that would take?
We're anticipating a few hours.
A few hours to shut everything?
Yes.
But to that end, so would some residents have power or water cut off?
We're not expecting that right now. Like I said, this is just a transmission line, so it's more for shuttling water from one side of the city to the other. But the end user, the low pressure side of the water grid is not affected right now.
And then in the immediate, any estimate as to when it might be open? I know you said it's going to be imminent, but
I think it will definitely be after sundown.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you,
All right,
Chief.
thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.